What is going on, guys? Rodney here with Crypto Bros. Welcome to today's video. As I mentioned, we are talking about a decentralized application built on top of EOS called Karma. We're going to jump into all that in just a second. Before we do, though, quickly wanted to say thank you to everyone who has been subscribed to the channel. I appreciate you guys for that. You're definitely showing me some love. Also, this is the last day to enter into my Freldo $50 Ethereum giveaway. All you have to do is go over to this video right here. I'll make sure it's posted in the description, in the comments, and in a card at the end so you can easily find it. All you have to do is go to this video, make sure you like the video, make sure you are subscribed to the channel, and then leave a comment below with your Ethereum address. Again, I'll be picking that winner tomorrow. What I've done is I've set up a couple slides to kind of share the basic info for Karma. We'll check out the website. We'll check out some of its ties to Steemit and EOS, as well as compare it to where Steemit is currently. Then we'll kind of wrap this thing up at the end. So let me flip over to the slides and we'll get this thing going. So the basis of Karma is creating good in the world. So as we jump in, we're going to define what Karma is. So first and foremost, Karma in its own is a decentralized application built on top of EOS. It is an airdropped token, not an ICO. They actually called it a fair dropped. I think it was a 9-to-1 ratio if you were holding EOS, but it is part of the EOS ecosystem. This is a social media based app on doing good in the world, sharing those experiences on the Karma platform, and in return for your good deed, you are rewarded by the community, very similar to Steemit. They're kind of taking advantage of this incentivized ecosystem that rewards users. The goal, the overarching goal here of Karma is to create a decentralized autonomous community, also known as a DAC, and this is going to be based around the Karma application itself. The foundation here is, hey, we want to build a decentralized ecosystem where you can actually contribute to a community that you actually care about. So giving you a breakdown of the actual Karma app, the app itself would be very similar to Steemit in terms of how it works, but in more of a social media based platform. In the app, users can actually make posts, share pictures, videos, all the stuff we're pretty accustomed to, much like Steemit and even Reddit. You can upvote, downvote, leave comments. You can even share posts to other platforms, but also within the app, it acts as a wallet to hold, send, and receive your Karma tokens. So again, the initial incentive here is to drive people to do good deeds, share it with the world, whether that's buying someone coffee, donating your time somewhere, helping a person out, donating blood, volunteer, throwing a buck to a homeless guy, whatever it is based on sharing these on this platform and letting the community kind of decide and share your good deed and returning an incentive piece to you. About the Karma application, and I actually cut back on some of these slides because I had a couple too many talking about it, so I'm going to buzz through these. But the app itself really wants to see more video post over pictures. Within the app, videos itself are going to take up more room. The idea here is to kind of share your good deed in real time, take video of it, really help drive the initiative for others to do good. Just sharing some good vibes. Also in the app, there's going to be a bunch of different categories that allows users to filter and see what types of posts they want to see relative to their interest. This pushes user engagement as well as allows trends to form within the community. If you're really into dogs and you want to see good dog deeds, you can go check it out. Whatever it is. So there will be some actual categories in there. Also, in terms of how the upvote feature works, I think this is a cool piece, so I am including it. The more Karma you have staked, the more vote power you have. So if you have 10,000 Karma tokens staked, your upvote is 100 times the strength of whatever the base level may be. And there's more of this type of breakdown in the white paper if you want to check it out. But once you get on the app and once it's actually released, you'll be able to see all these things. But some use cases in terms of the Karma token, peer-to-peer payments within the app. You can donate, you can do some tipping. Again, staking for a stronger upvote, promoting posts to get more exposure. In terms of advertising on the app, ads will run through using the Karma token. You can donate to disaster relief, which I think is great. I actually saw a tweet today about donating ETH to a disaster relief program. This would be very similar to that. You can also buy goods and services through the application or different merchants that are accepting the Karma token. You can also vote on the community propositions and decisions once kind of like the DAC is developed. Now moving on just to my final thoughts here. I love the idea. I literally am a hippie at heart. I believe in karma. I believe in being a good person and helping the world and doing the things that are right, even when no one's watching. So from like a weird standpoint, this really aligns with my personal values. Really kind of touched home. That's why I'm making the video on here. And I totally get, this isn't some big blockchain project like One Chain that gets all this hype. But I do love the fact that this is a social media platform that's like kind of one of my niche things that I like, in that they're utilizing blockchain, right? Everybody bitches about all these new projects and things that come out and new tokens and complains about the ICOs, but this is like the first step. People need to start using blockchain for different type of things, and whether that's a social media application or a ride sharing ordeal, whatever it is, people are using it. So this, again, I believe is the first step in adoption for blockchain on a large level, and I do like the project in its own. The project in itself is headed by a kid named Dallas Rushing. He is another YouTuber. I've actually been a fan of his channel. He delivers content very well spoken, very casual, and I really like that about them. I can probably post his channel around here if you haven't heard of him before, but he's a big EOS guy, so definitely worth checking out. Also, last but not least, this token is already trading on exchanges, and that is a huge deal. Honestly, I'm in a ton of different telegrams. I read everyone's snarky comments about how they can't get listed on different exchanges or whatever. These guys are on 3 at this point, so there is going to be some liquidity based with this token already, even with it being airdropped. So those are my thoughts there. So flipping over to their actual website, this is KarmaApp.io. Of course, the very first thing we see here is a mock-up of their actual social media-based platform, very similar to what we're used to seeing in terms of a platform. Sharp, good colors, I like it. You can also join their Telegram here, and I actually recommend doing that. And this isn't like an affiliate link or anything, but I say that because they literally just launched this 25K Karma contest, and to enter into the contest, you would create like a 1-minute video of doing some good deed and submit it to these guys. They want content that would essentially be featured on the application. What they do is once your little 1-minute video or whatever is reviewed and approved, they will send you 25K in Karma. You can read all the details here, but again, I will post the link to this Telegram channel below. But anyway, as we go through the actual website, you can just see some of the benefits here, how it works. You can check out the white paper, which I do recommend doing if you're into the project. White paper is super clean, talks about the basis of the app as well as some other things and future goals for their community. One thing I do really like, again, is the fact that they're listed on these exchanges. They're listed on Big.One, OTCBTC, and I think this is Chaince. I don't know exactly how to say it. I've never heard of that one, but these two are really sharp. And I'm just going to quickly say, I think this is huge in terms of the validity of their project. I spend a lot of time in Telegram channels, and all I see is these different projects really struggling to get listed anywhere. These guys are already on 3. Kudos to them. Again, here's the white paper. If you're not into checking out the white paper, it is worth looking at their one-pager. Really easy, really clean to see. Again, a couple more mock-ups of their actual social media-based platform. Once we get down to the roadmap, again, they've accomplished a lot of things so far, and I think the biggest one that's really going to kind of establish them in the system and growing who they are as a brand is when they finally release their MVP or their actual application. But so far, they're really on the right track. They did their fair drop here in Q3. They are listed on exchanges. The next big thing for them is really getting this application up and running. So excited for that. Again, here's that one-pager. If we look at the token distribution, 31% of tokens were dropped in the airdrop. They do have future airdrops going. To be qualified for the airdrop, all you have to do is hold your EOS tokens. You guys can look into more details and how to actually reap the benefits of those. But if we look at some of the breakdowns, my only qualm here with this and where their tokens are going is only 9% is going to marketing. I just think with as competitive as the social media space is, maybe they need to put a little more budget into their marketing, not only to market their token, but also to get people on the application. Although I do think it's going to be fairly popular, as I do think a lot of these blockchain apps will continue to grow, especially considering they do have some connections with Steemit and EOS. Again, breaking down the team, here's Dallas Rushing. He is the founder. His YouTube channel, you guys can check this out. I actually like his channel. I like a lot of the things he talks about. I like his message. I like his demeanor, which is honestly kind of what attracted me to this project. Here's Matt. I spoke with this dude specifically. Super nice dude. The whole team has been really solid, but again, smaller team, iOS developers, different type of developers to help build the application. But as we actually get down to their advisors, that's when things get interesting. Nathan James is actually an advisor for a bunch of different projects, but then we see these couple of guys down here, Michael Yates, Luke Stokes, and I'm not even going to attempt to say that, but these guys are a part of the EOS DAC. He is a part of the Steemit EOS DAC. And really, if we go over to this website, this is eosdac.site. There's a little write-up on these guys here, so we can check out. They both have some clout in the space. Michael is an expert in various technologies and was the founder of founder and managing director of a successful, holy crap, I can't read, a successful e-commerce business. He's one of the strongest members of the EOS community. His focus is to create a foundation for the next generation of distributed systems. And Luke Stokes, also a witness on the Steem blockchain, bought his first Bitcoin in 2013. Also sold a pretty large e-commerce business called Foxy Cart. But these guys hold some clout in the space, especially around the EOS space. Just flipping back to the website, just want to go through here. Really clean, really easy to check out. If you guys are interested in more in their social media, you can follow them on Twitter, and it's just karmaapp_.io. But the point that I want to make here to wrap this up is, even if Karma does, a tenth or or something like that in comparison to Steemit, I still think this will be a very successful project. If we look at Steemit right now, it's currently trading at 86 cents, and at one point, I know this token was trading at a pretty high value here, $7.31. Obviously, huge retracement like everything else, but the social media platform in its own has continuously grown for Steemit, and with some of these backing guys from EOS and Steemit kind of helping here and facilitate the movement, again, even if Karma does a half or a third or an eighth of the success, think about if they get 100,000 users on their platform, what that's going to do for the Karma price. Now, that isn't necessarily going to happen in like a year but maybe 2 years down the road. Keep in mind, Steemit itself only came out in, is it 2016? Yeah, March 2016. So it's a little over 2 years old, and they have 1 million plus users. If these guys do a quarter of that, I think they're in a good space. And people in the blockchain community like to support other blockchain projects. So there definitely is some room for growth here. Definitely worth looking into. So anyway, guys, that is what I have for you today. Currently, it is 1/10 of a penny, so you can get a lot for your dollar here, and not a lot of price volatility. Sorry, I probably shouldn't have jumped the gun, but not a lot of price volatility. We haven't seen a big run up yet. Hasn't been a ton of volume. Really debuted in a tough time in the market. So again, a lot of potential here for the project again, and I'm a big fan of these guys. So we will see how things pan out there. All that being said, guys, I appreciate you tuning in. There should be a beer can up in the top left corner of your screen. If you click that, that will subscribe you to the channel. I appreciate that. Also, get in on this $50 Ethereum giveaway. I get the markets suck, but hey, $50 is $50. So anyway, thanks for tuning in. I will check you guys later.